Okay, here we are at South Arden. We've run the camera about 70 feet, and we found that there's a broken pipe at this spot. We cannot get our camera past this spot, but we did locate it near the sidewalk. As you can see, that water settling is a huge, large, broken section of pipe. You want to come take a look at it?
Sure. Yeah. Hey, sorry about that, Chris.
No, I get it.
It's a crazy day.
I'm making a recording. Why don't you come on this side?
Okay.
So basically what I've done is I've run the camera about 70 feet, and I got into a point where my camera won't go any by, because you see that big, huge hole over here?
Yep.
That's a broken pipe, and what ends up happening is my camera wants to go in there,
yep,
not in that pipe, to see the rest of the line.
You're not standing right next to it, so you can't finagle it.
Right, yeah, there's no,
pipe.
yeah, it's like threading a needle from
Yep.
8 feet away.
Yep.
So basically, this pipe is old.
It's a terracotta pipe, isn't it?
Well, this is cast iron here.
Oh.
And then right here, it switches to clay. And right where the cast iron and clay come together is where it's kind of broken. I mean, close enough.
Is that where you typically find breaks?
Usually at the 4x6, where the 4-inch pipe turns to 6-inch. And that could be this, but this looks like it's 4 inches. 6-inch might be ahead of us a few more feet. Probably 3 more feet. We're pretty close to the sidewalk, and that's usually the property line where the 4x6 comes in. Okay. But as I pull it back, you'll see that there's multiple spots where roots are growing in, some worse than others. Actually, this is clay also. Look at it. This is all clay. Well, it looked like cast iron because of the debris. But you can see there's broken pipes pretty much everywhere. And then there's some roots growing in there. It gets much worse as I pull it back. Underneath this tree right here is where I see the worst spot. So you can see I'm pulling it back. I'm at 55 feet now. There's a number down there on the bottom right corner. Yep. So normally when we see roots, we tell you, oh, maybe we can maintain it with a jetter, which it looks like has happened, because you can see these little chips and chunks. There's usually a jetter thumping around in there. Okay. But when I see that broken pipe, the jetter is not going to be able to get by that spot.
I mean, it gets jetted probably once a year.
Yeah, I'd be sure.
It has been for probably 20 years.
Yeah. So at this point, I would recommend replacing this line
instead of doing the sock.
No, so let me explain to you what's going on. Let me just finish, I guess I can do it on the video. So, yeah, so the lining is when we only have one hole accessible. Here we would be able to dig 2 holes, one where I'm sitting right here at the cleanout, and one by the sidewalk there. Lining is a lot more expensive than replacing the pipe. There's a way to replace the pipe by digging 2 holes, one on this side and one on that side, and then sticking a chain through. You can see here. That's 90% clogged here, look. The only thing getting by there is my camera. And then there's more as well. So you've got multiple spots where you've got some breaks where the roots are growing in, and then you have that major break at the street. This is the ABS pipe here. Okay. Somebody changed a small section right where we're sitting.
That was probably 10 years ago.
Yeah. So that, you can see that looks
like
good.
Like a 5-foot portion, more or less.
Yeah.
And that's going right underneath us, right in this area.
Right, exactly. They changed just the section. Probably it was very bad, and they ended up changing a small section, just a few feet.
So you wouldn't have to replace that portion.
Well,
or would you just do
I would do it all. So let me explain how we do it. Let me just clean this up for a second and stop the recording. All right. So basically,